What on earth is that out there in the fog right ahead of us? Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Frontier Pilot Simulator. Some of you may know this game, but it's a sci-fi trucking simulator kind of deal. And the company, oh, I need to be careful, you're about to crash into a mountain. The company that's created it's called Razer, and they reached out to me and they asked if I wanted to take a review of it. I have actually reviewed this game before, but they reached out and asked if I wanted to come back and give it another go. And yeah, a lot has definitely changed. I get a little bit of power to get over those ridges here. So I just want to give you a quick introduction to some of the basics of the game. First of all, the game has HOTAS support. I'm playing this on my HOTAS right now, which is really nice to see that that's come in. And I think what I would consider the main feature is the flight model of the ships. Right now, it's probably difficult to see, but if you try to keep an eye on the control surfaces of the ship, on my plane here, you will notice I am fighting the wind conditions right now. We are in... it's not bad. We have these wind maps we can open, where you can see the wind conditions in this AR mode. It's actually pretty cool. And you can see we have different colored arrows depending on the different wind conditions and whether how strong the gusts of winds are, how strong is the continuous wind. Wind is a lot in this game. If you go close to a mountain, you will feel an updraft. And the landscape changed the wind conditions, so you really need to think about where you're flying. And I need to throttle back. I'm burning way too much fuel right now. You need to really think about how you're flying, how is the wind moving around you, because it will have a huge impact. Right now I'm flying empty, so it's okay. There's the 50% fuel warning. That should be okay. Need to keep an eye on your fuel. Need to keep an eye on your surroundings. You don't suddenly crash into a landscape. Flying conditions right now are pretty good, so that's not too bad. But they can get pretty bad, and they can change pretty rapidly. So you need to be able to constantly adapt your flying, and again, really be careful with your fuel. That's probably the main thing. Right now we're heading out to this little outpost out here on the waters, because there's some pretty valuable materials out there that they are selling for basically nothing. So I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna pick some up, and hopefully we're gonna make a ton of credits. Now, one of the main questions that people have been asking for when I've been reviewing the game before is, do you only get this rear view? And in the past, yes, but that's actually one of the things they've changed. Now I have multiple camera views where you can play from. You can go in close, you can go in here in a cockpit view if you prefer to fly like that. I really like this. This is actually pretty cool. It makes it a little bit more difficult to land since you can't see the craft, but for a sim, I think this is a must-have. A little bit less if you want to zoom in a bit, and just straight out the nose without any UI or any cockpit elements. And then some more cinematic flying position here. And we have a rear view as well. As we're coming in here close, we're gonna swap over from plane mode to VTOL mode, like this. And now we need a lot more... oh, come on. I was not fast enough on the throttle there. We need a lot more thrust now, of course, since we're not really using our wings to keep us afloat. So we're burning fuel a lot quicker. So this is why we do not want to fly in VTOL mode all the time. But we should be able to now safely put this thing on the ground. There we go. That's a successful landing. Let's get this thing lined up and let's go into the store and let's see what we can find. Okay, first let's go ahead and let's look at our trade routes that we have here. If we're going to open up the map view, we can see we're right here on this little base here. And you can see all these different bases. They have different products they're producing and different that they need. And this market changes, so you can't just find one static route and just bounce that back and forth. You will relatively quickly, you will fill up the complete demand, and you will have to find other trade routes, so you have to move around all the time. You start on this little island here, by the way, where everything is a lot closer and distance is a lot easier to get around. But again, you can't make as much money out here. But eventually you will make enough to upgrade your ship, so you can make it across the ocean out here to the larger landmass. And they are planning to add more landmasses in the future. As you can see here, if we click into a little base here, we can see here they have some needs. They need G-type batteries. And they have empty G-type batteries, so they have depleted batteries that we can fly with. We can see how heavy they are here. And we can see here 5 tons is more than our carrying capacities. That's highlighted in red, so we can't fly with that. But what I found out was these, whatever, like canned fish, you can see here that these are being bought here for 1,000. And if I fly them to Quarry M&T over here, they will buy them for 43,000. That's a huge markup. There's lots and lots of money to be made. Problem is, I just made the trip from Hardmine, where we are here. And you can see they actually want to buy it for 43, and down here. And I just barely made that in one trip. Like without having to stop for fuel along the way. So if I'm going to take cargo on board, I'm going to be spending more fuel. So I'm not sure, I don't think I can make the quarry in one go. And there's nothing on the way. So now the question is, do I want to go out to the quarry? I will have to do a stop in the middle. So I'll probably have to go up to the metallic here as my first stop and then refuel. And then I might go to Hardmine after that if I want to sell. Alternatively, I can gamble a bit and hope I can make the distance all the way down to the quarry by going, you know, over the mountains here. So, but I think what we'll start by doing first is buy ourselves some canned fish here, and then I think I'm gonna go for a gamble and see if we can make it to the quarry. Let's get going. Well, that didn't go well at all. I completely underestimated how much thrust I needed. So, one of the problems is, I can't show you now, we're in our escape pods heading back to the nearest respawn point. But one of the problems is, when you are flying, and I just show the clip again here so you can see on the right hand side, you have this little UI with like a red line. That red line is your hover line. If you keep your throttle there, you will have just enough thrust to hover. First of all, it didn't give it enough thrust to start with, and when I begin to use I tilt the VTOL engines forward, I have less upwards thrust, so it didn't give myself enough altitude before I began moving forward, and we crashed. So now we're gonna get to the mine instead, and get a new ship, and then we'll see what we do from there. But I guess this will be a good opportunity to talk about ship upgrades. You can see here some of the bases, some of the larger ones, they do have like upgrade facilities where you can buy different upgrades. I don't think they have anything here, nothing that I have the money for, but I don't think they have anything that fits this specific model of aircraft. New ship and some new cargo, and we're gonna make our way through the mountains now. This is gonna be some very interesting flying here to try and keep this thing on the keep this thing in the air, but this is far from as profitable. Oh, what happened there? Okay, so we just got favorable flying conditions in higher atmospheres, so I might actually just see if we can't get some altitude here. So I'm gonna throttle up, and I'm gonna begin to climb. So we hopefully can get out of this turbulence and see if we can't find some better air up higher. Oh, hold on. So I was just checking the wind map here on my way to Hardmine, and I spotted something over here. I'm not sure what it is, but let's go and have a look. It's not that much of a detour. You can see kind of these flying blobs here. Oh, there it is. Look at that. What on earth is that out there in the fog right ahead of us? Oh, that's amazing. It's like balloon things. Oh, that's so weird. It's probably a good time to mention that they're also planning to introduce animals, so there will be like birds and other like very alien looking things flying around in the sky together with you. Whether they're gonna pose a hazard, I don't know, or whether they're just there for like adding a little bit extra atmosphere. It could be interesting if you suddenly would have to avoid like flocks of birds as well, so you don't have a bird strike in one of the engines and take out one of your engines mid-flight. That could be could add another level of difficulty to it. Okay, I think this would be a good point to talk about missions. You can see here as you fly around, you will encounter different people, and some of them will offer you missions. Let's try to give this guy a call.
The work is very simple. To help corporations deliver the necessary goods in the field. You will find the first container on the cargo area. This is the one with the orange color.
Okay, that sounds pretty straightforward. And then let's pick it up. Like so. Ah, that's pretty straightforward. So he just wants us to take this scanner out to the field and place it out here. So it's like a piece of science equipment. We now need to go out, not to a specific base, but just to like a point out in the middle of nowhere and put the scanner down. Ah, look at this. They have like a little science camp out here in the middle of nowhere. That's nice. Well, happy to deliver them a scanner. There we go. Engines are off. And so where do you want it? Like just here? Great, now I'm in trouble. So I need to land on this spacecraft here. But as you can see here, my engines are cutting out because of the radiation up here. I just can't get enough altitude to get up to it at the moment. And I'm critically low on fuel right now. So I think I need to go back into airplane mode. Engines are not happy right now. Okay, my radars are out of business right now. They are offline because of all the radiation up there. I'm descending rather quickly now. I need to find some land. Anywhere I can land right now. I need to find any place I can land for fuel. I am getting critically low right now. Come on. Okay, I see some landmass ahead. I'm gonna try to fly in that direction. And hopefully my radars, there we go, radars are online. Okay, we have hard mine 21 kilometers away. You can see here in the top, you have the red numbers. I have 2 minutes of fuel left. That's 14 kilometers as my current. That's not enough to reach hard mine. Okay, if I throttle way down, like I am here, I can just make it. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a VTOL landing, and that means I have one... Yeah, I have one attempt to get this landing. Damn it, I can't keep myself in the air with this little throttle. I'm slowly bleeding altitude, and I still have quite a few mountains to get around, ideally, and we have 2 of them overlaying right now, but I think we have... that's 13 kilometers still. This is going to be very interesting. Oh, great. So now we just have strong gust of winds at low altitude and all the way at land. That's gonna help. Yeah, no, I'm stalling. I need more power. But if I have more power, I don't have enough range. About to crash. Oh, engines just cut out there for a second. 5 kilometers. Oh god. Okay, there it is. I need to go VTOL. No. Okay, I just didn't have the fuel. I was just coming in too quickly, and well. But the reason why I tried to make that spaceship was because they had a ship for sale that I wanted to buy, because I wanted to upgrade from this little starter ship that we have. But I think they have the one I had in mind here, the Ox. So we're gonna see that, we're gonna buy that. And there we have it. Look at that. Not only does this have a lot more fuel, a lot more wing area, I think we can get a lot more range out of this. And it can carry more cargo, which is also nice, meaning we can now make more money. And of course, we can begin to upgrade this ship as well. We can add additional fuel tanks, we can add better engines, we can do a lot to this to keep upgrading it, to keep making it better. I was actually considering just keeping my old ship, but problem was the scanner mission. You can see we're back with where we need to pick up the second scanner. Problem was that the scanner was just too big to fit inside the other ship. The second scanner was much larger, so I needed a bigger ship, which is why I've gone for the Ox now. There are, I think, 3 different ships in the game right now. They are adding more. They're adding more bases. They're adding more landmass to fly between. So there are definitely lots of stuff coming. If you're interested in trying out the game, you can get it on Steam. And there's actually a 21% discount on it right now. And it lasts until the 4th of December. So you have just a few days to go and pick it up if you want it at discount. They also have a Discord server if you want to join the community around the game. And of course, both links for Steam and the Discord will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.